and you know her from like RuPaul's Drag Race, HBO, or here. Let's just watch this little clip of one of her many music videos that are available on iTunes or one of the other places you can purchase it. Here you go.
Oh my God, double jam for the win. Coming in like a herd. Where do I begin? Guess that is the word. Big bitch, slaying the game. Sitting better bitch, half my fame. Crybaby, you jelly fool. Peanut butter haters, I'll eat you too. P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tasty. Come through for the big girl, big boned and sexy fit girl. Still catching dick girl, watch me spin, dip and kick girl. Thick thighs make your dick rise, big gut make you die. Oh hey, come through for the big girl, come on, come through for the big girl. Eureka found it. Big titties looking real pretty. Ass so fat, menage me Nikki. Way too flab to fail. I'm an 8.9 on the Richter scale. It's a body positive constitution. An elephant queen revolution. Be yourself to free yourself.
Love it.
Yes, yes. I remember when that single dropped, like I would hear and I'd be in the like the shower in the car, just like just get in and feeling it. So I'd love to hear that again. I'm excited to welcome our guest today. I just going to throw a little personal stuff in there about her. I met her years before she was on the TV show. We actually share a title together, Miss Scandals, which is in Asheville, North Carolina. And I actually got to know Eureka a little bit. We kind of hung out in some same circles and stuff like that. But I remember specifically one night she had just come back from EOI, and I don't remember what her placement was, but it was really well. She competed with Alyssa and some of them. And I remember her and I having a conversation. We were actually in a hotel room in Hickory, North Carolina. How many of you got stories that start out like that? But I remember her just talking about the experience and about competing at EOI. But I remember her saying she sees something bigger happening to her and just something opening up. And she was so very honest and just putting it out there. And it happened. I mean, here's, we have Eureka O'Hara on today, who's, RuPaul's Drag Race, now has a show on HBO and is just a good old country boy from Johnson City, Tennessee. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome to our show today, Eureka O'Hara.
Hey, girl.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hey, girl.
Thank you all so much for the kind words. Oh my God, Kristin, I love and adore you. I actually remember like the first time I actually met you was you were entertaining as a former at North Carolina America as like the first time I saw you. Of course, was turning it out. Mama's hey. And you were always so kind to me. So thanks for that memory. I actually remember that. It was really sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, girl, I've always been competing in North Carolina from Tennessee, but I always felt like a North Carolina girl, really. And when it came to pageants, because I think I competed in like the only Tennessee pageants I did was at New Beginnings. The rest was like all like North Carolina.
It's just neat to have know who you are, know you then, and just to see this. I mean, this ascend to where you're at, but yet you are still the same person that I was talking to then, and that's what's so cool. What's keeping you like that?
Girl, probably my friends like Buffet that keep me together. It's honestly just like the people that love me, my friends that aren't afraid to be honest and be like when I, at first I think there was like a confusing, like honestly, probably 6 months to a year of the fame that really got to me. Plus like my mom being sick. So I kind of went to a dark place actually. And kind of changed for the worse, I feel. So I think I was a little more private about it, but the people close to me really knew what was going on because I was afraid the world would see how horrible I was. You know what I mean? But I just kind of got caught up in it and like partying and the excitement. So seeing like who I could have become kind of brought me back to reality and like, no, I missed who I was and who I am as a person. So that's kind of what keeps me is like I had that like year of maybe almost like a year or so really like where I had that dark like almost Hollywood transformation where I was like, oh, that is not who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So probably that, to be real.
Yeah. That is so cool. I mean, but to be able to recognize that and to come through it on top still is really, really, really good. But speaking to your mom, I want to go down there, but you played that out. So, on social media and everybody, experienced that with you and felt that for you. And it's so neat to see, like, when you have, like, I don't know how many followers you have on Instagram, but like I'll scroll through and you just like something will pop out and you were getting all these beautiful comments from followers and stuff that people you've probably never met, never will meet, but that you touched them somehow through entertainment, through your story with your mom or something that made a difference in your life. And to me, that tops anything else in the world you can do. So I just applaud you for continuing to be you, girl.
Kristen, you're gonna get me all emotional already, dude. I thought we were gonna be out here to talk shit about paper.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, can you talk about people on the show?
No, thank you so much. Honestly, that means a lot. It really does mean a lot. I mean, it's crazy how like I can come from where I was to where I am and to be able to help people, but it's nice to be able to do it. It's weird. I never asked to be a role model, but it's cool that I get to be. I guess I've just been through a lot. So people relate. So it's like all that shit that was hard. You all know, we all been through hard stuff and it gets us where we are. So I'm very blessed.
I really connected because I have watched the show Drag Race, and I really connected with your authenticity, to be honest. Like, even in your moments of being over the top, and I got that it was you doing you as opposed to the version you thought other people wanted of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's, but we're also Southern girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come from very, like, sassy drag roots that, like, we read each other and, and then say, bless her heart after, you know what I mean? And we cluck like chickens, and we do have big personalities. I think Southern drag is very big and over the top, like costumes wise, even like, our hosts are always like, Carmela Marcela Garcia is what I picture in my mind, very like, don't give a fuck. She's the queen, so it's like, it's kind of a part of who we are as Southern girls, I think.
Yes. And I love it.
You took that to Hollywood, girl, and I love it.
Hello, girl. When I go home, people are like, you don't really sound as country as you do. You sound so LA. And then out here, they're like, wow, you sound like an idiot hick. Damn.
Lady, talking about being on top and just like your success, because obviously season 9, season 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race was just the beginning. We have this new show. It's called We're Here.